Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Investigators in Sioux Falls are looking into what sparked a fire in the eastern side of the city. Authorities say it happened just before 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon on Sycamore Avenue, blocks south of Washington High School. Crews arriving on scene found fire in a large garage.
The owner advised that no one was inside. Firefighters were able to put the fire out in under an hour. No one was hurt. 3 people are dead after a fiery crash on Interstate 90 west of Sioux Falls. It happened in a construction zone between Humboldt and Hartford Monday afternoon. A silver pickup crossed the center line, sideswept multiple vehicles before colliding with an RV. Both vehicles caught fire.
Sheldon Tullio was on his way home after taking his cat to the vet in Montrose when his Jeep was hit. The impact happened at 60 miles an hour, sending him into the ditch.
It was like the first roll out of maybe 2 or 3, I can't remember, that I realized, oh, I have my cat in the vehicle. I need to make sure she's safe. And I reached across while she was basically in midair and grabbed her bag and pulled it towards me until we stopped.
A Good Samaritan ran down to help Sheldon and his cat crawl out of the crushed SUV. The Highway Patrol has not yet released the identities of the 3 people who died. A teenage girl is dead after falling from a moving pickup in Rapid City last week. Police say it happened around 12:05 Friday morning on Canyon Lake Drive. Officers arriving on scene found several bystanders performing CPR on the girl.
Witnesses told police that 15-year-old Sarah Erickson climbed on top of a pickup driving around a parking lot. She later fell off of the hood. Erickson was taken to the hospital where she died from her injuries the next day.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Brian Karsten. It's going to be a hot day and staying hot for a while, Brian.
Yeah, hot day today, and then that's a preview of what's coming our direction here for the weekend. As we look at our forecast highs today, Sioux Falls area 91. 91 also in Aberdeen, but the heat will be a little more contained there. I think we'll probably hit that high by early afternoon and then actually start to drop as a cold front comes in from North Dakota. The Pier forecast too, 98, but northwest winds to finish up the day. And it'll actually turn out to be a fairly windy afternoon in Rapid City, 20 to 40 from the northwest. That's a quick look at weather. We've got more details on the heat wave for the weekend coming up.
Thank you, Brian. Authorities are investigating yet another vehicle and train crash south of Harrisburg. The drivers of the Monday crash were not hurt. It happened at the same location of a crash in December that claimed the life of a mother and a daughter.
That crash sparked a community effort for safer signage, lights, and crossing arms along the tracks. The Department of Transportation has not yet set a timeline for when the safety measures will be installed. Digital reporter Gracie Terrell spoke with a family member of the December crash victims and the city of Harrisburg about the dangers of the intersection. That's in a KELOLAND.com original on our website now. We've been following the story of Brianna Damaris, an SDSU cheerleader who lost her right leg due to a rare medical condition.
For amputees like Damaris, learning how to drive can be challenging but not impossible. A Sanford occupational therapist says equipment like a left foot accelerator can help patients regain independence.
It helps somebody who otherwise maybe would just stop driving, knowing that there's something out there that can continue to allow them to drive and be independent.
The left foot accelerator will be installed in her car once she completes her driving sessions. Damaris plans on driving herself back to school this month. A Sioux Falls-based band has become a mainstay during the Sturgis motorcycle rally. The Ron Keel Band plays a half-dozen shows in a matter of days and has become a crowd favorite at the Full Throttle Saloon, also known as the world's largest biker bar.
Jeff Collar of Sioux Falls is a drummer. He says the Sturgis audience has a lot of energy and playing to a large crowd is exciting.
It gets your adrenaline going, and it's an honor in a way to be able to represent Sioux Falls or South Dakota, or being a local guy who's hitting these big shows. I mean, to me, it's a complete blessing.
The band, led by founder and lead singer Ron Keel, has shared the stage with some of the biggest names in metal. They've been coming to Sturgis for the last 8 years. The last 3 have been at the Full Throttle Saloon.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karsten. Brian?
All right, our Futurecast update today. Hot weather today. We've got plenty of 90s out there. Folks out at Chamberlain, probably near Winter Valentine, could hit 100. It'll be very close to that level. Already at 12 o'clock, we're hitting those mid to upper 90s in Pierre. But you'll notice that the wind at 12 o'clock is already bending around to the northwest in Pierre. It's a southwest wind in Chamberlain and Sioux Falls. So, again, that's going to continue to carry some weight into the afternoon temperature forecast. Some humidity, too, will be scooped up ahead of this front. And, in fact, it should be enough to spark a couple of storms just on the edge of our coverage area, probably near or east of Marshall and extending there toward probably New Ulm and Mankato. There'll be some storms that direction. So something there to keep in mind. Sioux Falls, I still think we're probably just too capped to get much storm activity along the front. But we'll continue to watch that scenario for southwest Minnesota. Otherwise, the overnight trending cooler. The humidity will be down several notches. So I think Thursday morning will feel very nice in the 50s. And don't worry about the heat tomorrow. You can't forget about Thursday. It gets lost in the conversation here. But I think there are probably plenty of 70s Thursday afternoon, especially eastern half of Kettle-Lamb. West River folks will be a little warmer than that. And then, well, after that, everything changes, and then we're going to start to heat up. Right now, the heat on Friday is probably kind of an in-between day. We've got a south wind. I wanted to pause on Friday afternoon right there. The heat index in Sioux Falls, not too high, probably still in the 80s. The problem that I see coming is this extended accumulation of heat. Saturday, there's 104 for a heat index in Sioux Falls. That's pretty achievable. I think it'll be at least 100. Sunday could easily be worse. This has been stacking up to be maybe the hottest combination of heat and humidity. Could be as high as 110. We've done that once this summer. We'll see if we'll do it again. If it's not Sunday, you know what? Monday, that's a close one. That's 109. Those are some hot values on the heat index. And, you know, when it gets to be 3, 4, 5 days in a row of that kind of stuff, that's when we really start to caution you more. It's an extended hot period. We're obviously not the worst of it by Wednesday. Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, probably a little worse, those states. But still, it's a big story for us next week. So that's the best we can tell you. Get ready for the heat and, at times, the humidity. 99 today, winter, your forecast into the 90s here for most of the region. I'll skip ahead to our 7-day forecast. Not much rain chance either. With all that heat around, it's going to be hard to buy a thunderstorm. 95 to 100 for daytime highs. And again, it's the humidity that kind of holds the keys to the heat index. But lows at night in the 70s, we don't get a whole lot of relief. Aberdeen, low to mid-90s. It's not quite as hot as Sioux Falls, but it's still very hot. And I don't see much of a need to put rain in the forecast right now, just based on what I see in the outlook here. Pierre, we could hit 100 or better on Friday. We'll have to kind of be careful about those highs, too, into south-central South Dakota. The closer we get to the Nebraska border, there could be a few 100s more common throughout that period. And Rapid City, too. A hot forecast, even though it's maybe not quite as warm. And we have one chance of rain. Saturday night into Sunday, there still are some prospects in the northwest to catch that. Check out more details with your weather online at kettleland.com.